ازتون تو یوتیوب شورت هم داره دانلود میشه، آپلود میشه. این که تست کنیم، پیریودشو ببندیم. خب این که لایو یوتیوبمونه. فهمیدیم.
We're live. There's our YouTube Shorts preview. It looks good. If you're wondering if it looks kind of like crappy quality, you can hit this little cog wheel and then change the quality to whatever you are streaming at. So in this case, 1080/60. Otherwise, I'm going to pause it to save some bandwidth. And if you need to edit your title or anything, you'll simply hit this edit button over here and you'll be able to make any necessary changes. So then we can hit cancel. Let's go over to Twitch. And I just refreshed my Twitch stream. So now we are horizontally streaming on Twitch and vertically streaming over on YouTube Shorts. So now that we're multi-streaming on both of these, if we want to end the stream, we're simply going to go back into OBS and hit stop streaming, and that's going to end both of the streams. It might take a couple seconds over on YouTube. Like obviously you can see it's going right here. So if that really bothers you, you can go and hit this little red end stream button, hit end, and that will end your YouTube short stream immediately. Though I'm pretty sure if you refresh, it would do the same thing. But if not, you have that fail safe right there. But now that you're streaming to YouTube Shorts and Twitch, you're probably wondering, well, how can I see both of the chats? And that's a great question. You can actually use a multi-chat feature that we can drag into OBS YouTube stream if you would set a start in the main
اینجا
simple stream tab.
گذاشتم.
And we're going to end put settings and your audio. So once you're done streaming, so it's going to start streaming to Twitch and YouTube Shorts. So let's actually go over to both of those websites and check them out. So we'll start over on YouTube. We'll give it a couple seconds to load up. Right now you can see we're live. There's our YouTube.
لایو یوتیوب هستیم ولی لایو چیز نیستیم، شورت نیست. شاید اشتباه رفتم.
Add a new vertical source. Much like obviously we have a couple different things. Is essentially go live with that little like plus camera button and then go live. If this is your first time doing YouTube short streaming or YouTube streaming in general, you like board page. Once you're here, you can simply hit on the edit button at the top, and then you'll be able to edit the title. You'll be able to edit all of the metadata that you need to, including the thumbnail, playlist, and whatever else you want. And you'll be able to save it, and then you can click the customization and change more settings here if you would like to. So we're gonna hit cancel or save if you've made all the changes that you want. But if we look over here, we're on this page, right? And if you don't see this page, simply just hit this little button right here. It says stream, and that'll bring you to your streaming page on YouTube. But now we need to click on stream settings, which is right here under the video preview. And then you'll see that we have our stream key. So you're gonna copy this, so click the copy button, and then you're gonna paste it in the stream key box, which which is this one right here. So the one with the little dots, you're gonna post the key there, and then you're gonna copy the one that says stream URL. So this one, hit copy, and then you're gonna paste that for the server. And then that's all you'll need to do in order to enable the YouTube short streaming to your YouTube channel through OBS. So then you can change your bitrate if you would like, and if you end up dropping frames and everything, then obviously you want to lower the
این کارو
bitrate
کردم
to
چرا
horizontal
دست
settings in
نمیشه؟
the main OBS Studio output settings, or you can lower it here. But depending on your internet speed, you might need to lower it because you're going to be streaming to 2 different locations, but everyone's situation is different, so you're going to have to feel it out to your specific setup. But the box right before it is pretty handy, so it says start and stop streaming when main OBS starts and stops streaming. So if you're multi-streaming, like we're doing here for Twitch and YouTube Shorts, I would recommend enabling this because that way you don't have to worry about setting a hotkey to individually start your YouTube stream if you want. However, if you wanted to just start your Twitch or Kick stream and then later start the YouTube short stream, then you would disable this, and then you would set a streaming hotkey by clicking in here and putting any key you want really to set the hotkey to start it and then stop it as well. So if you wanted to separate them, you would use the hotkey feature. But if you're lazy like me and you're gonna multi-stream anyways, then just enable this box right here, and anytime you hit start streaming over here, it's automatically going to go live on both streaming destinations that you have set. But if we scroll down, I recommend just using the main OBS settings because, you know, you don't really need to change the different settings. So if you want to get complex with it, go for it, but I find that using the main OBS settings works perfectly for me. So just to keep things simple, I would recommend it to you as well. Then if you want, there's also the recording setup too, if you want to record these videos here, but this is on streaming, so you can go and feel free to take a look at this if you want, but to keep things extra simple, we're gonna focus on streaming. And with that being said, all of the settings are set that we need, so we're simply going to hit OK, and then we're gonna go to the settings in the bottom right corner for main OBS, and then we're going to go to the stream tab, and we're going to make sure that this service is connected to whatever we want to stream to, so in this case Twitch, and then that just means when we hit start streaming here, we'll be streaming to Twitch, and since we had that other box checked, we'll also be streaming to YouTube Shorts at the same time. So if you've never streamed to Twitch or anything before, you've never done a stream through OBS, then you'll need to set up your output settings and your audio and your video settings, which I've covered in another video, which I'll leave in the top right corner, but most of you guys are watching this, you already know how to stream, so I won't go into that in this video. So once you're done with that, we'll hit OK, and now that we're ready for our YouTube Shorts multi-stream with Twitch or Kick or whatever, we're simply going to hit start streaming, so it's going to start streaming to Twitch and YouTube Shorts. So let's actually go over to both of those websites